Now you know how powerful I really am.
Be water, my friend.
Kiss my converse.
On guard. I'll let you try my Wu-Tang style.
You don't even know the basic technique of Kung Fu.
Lone Wolf and Cub. Mysterious Footworks of Kung Fu is a 1978 Chenhua-directed film featuring the talents of Charles Heung, a stuntman turned actor whose filmography includes the 1979 film Goose Boxer and the 1981 film An Old Kung Fu Master. Charles Heung's star never rose to the level that he had hoped for, which eventually motivated him to move into film production with his brother as a means to distance himself from rumors of his family's involvement in organized crime. That being said, Charles has positioned himself as a somewhat recognizable B-lister in martial arts movies, with Footworks being his most popular. The film starts off with a convoy being attacked by a group of bandits. The convoy, who was smuggling opium, was expecting the attack and set a trap for the assailants. That counteroffensive was headed by Yang and Po Fang, masters of the shrimp and crab techniques, played by Gam Ming and Chang Tao. Turns out that the two fighters and their men have been hired to foster a drug trade to support the Qing in regaining their control of the territory. Enter our hero, Three-Eyed Lou, played by Charles Heung, as an out-of-towner who arrives looking for work and food. Three Eyes, who is nicknamed that after a childhood fight left him with a scar on his forehead, meets the acquaintance of Beggar Sue, played by Fang Mai Shang. Beggar Sue tricks Lou out of food and money, but eventually they become good friends. The hobo suggests that Lou considers begging for a living, which he refuses, as he believes that his kung fu skills will be enough to find him employment. And he's right. Three-Eyed Lou is hired by Master Heung, who is responsible for the attack on the convoy because he is a rebel and a patriot and does not wish to see the Qing or their opium harm his community. Master Heung does not want to involve Lou in the rebellion until he can completely trust him, so he keeps him in the dark. Meanwhile, the shrimp and the crab leave behind some henchmen to look after their shipments while they are away, and the head henchman hires a naive Three-Eyed Lou to protect one of their convoys. When the convoy is attacked by a single bandit, Lou gives chase, and after a brief private encounter, discovers that the bandit is none other than Master Heung. Now this is the part that baffles me. Lou allows Master Heung to escape, and when the henchmen catch up to Lou, he reveals that the bandit was in fact Master Heung. Why did he do that? Now that the henchmen know who has been pestering their shipments, they hire a professional killer to first kill Master Heung, which he does, and then to kill Three-Eyed Lou. But Beggar Sue happens along and spoils his trap for Lou before the killer can put it into play. Beggar Sue and the killer engage in a fight that is interrupted by Three Eyes. The two eventually overcome the assassin as he falls into one of his own traps. After the battle, one of Master Heung's servants explains his motives to a simple-minded Lou, who goes on a rampage to avenge his benefactor. Three-Eyed Lou nearly wipes out all of the opium traffickers when Shrimp and Crab happen to return. The three engage in a 1v2 battle, which our hero loses when Beggar Man causes a distraction, and they make an escape. The two find their way to a nearby Shaolin temple where they meet a monk who is familiar with Shrimp and Crab's techniques. So he passes those tactics on to Lou, which leads him and Beggar Sue to an eventual rematch with the evil duo. Mysterious Footworks of Kung Fu is a relatively decent martial arts film. It has its moments of kung fu goodness while giving off B-list vibes. It's a movie that I don't love, but I like to watch, and I'm here for it, so let's talk about it. The film has a decent storyline centered around the trafficking of opium, which has connections to historical facts that actually took place, including the framing of our hero, Three-Eyed Lou. There are some comical scenes that are laugh-out-loud funny, such as when Lou and Beggar Sue are fighting and spitting over each other's food, and things that are meant to be funny that are downright disgusting, such as rubbing cow poop on your hands. Ew! The fight choreography is good, especially when Shrimp and Crab are on the screen. The creativity that is used to depict their tag team fighting style is terrific, and giving Shrimp an aversion to dirt and filth is definitely an inspired character choice. Charles Heung is not too bad either, though I am not a particular fan of the way he performs Hungar, which seems slow and characterless to me. The supporting characters are good, particularly Michael Chan Mai-wan from 5 Element Ninjas as the assassin and Fan Mai Shen as Beggar Sue. Their presence definitely adds to the film. The choices to make our protagonist simple-minded and eager to fight anyone may or may not be a smart one depending on your perspective, but the character's choice to reveal Master Heung was incredibly careless and almost unforgivable. There are some lulls in the action at times which affect the pacing, and there's definitely not enough screen time for our villains. But overall, Mysterious Footworks of Kung Fu is an adequate kung fu flick for a Saturday afternoon, so I'll give it a respectable 5.5 kicks. Well, that's how we felt. Tell us how you feel about Mysterious Footworks of Kung Fu. Would you rate it higher than a 5.5? Comment below and let us know. And please don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button for more great content. Until next time, this is the Lone Wolf OG Ant signing off. Peace, and remember, what's up?